Man, the music's still fantastic. It goes hard. It slaps, as they say. It's legendary. I want to hear the whole soundtrack as we complete the game, so... Oh, I like how it gets us back to it. Okay, that's very unique. I like that. I do like that. So the game always kind of executes its opening exactly like that and then puts you right back to the checkpoint. That's really great. I like that. No, seriously, I like that. I like that it puts you right back in the checkpoint that way. That kind of gives me a incentive to go back because I really like the opening credits. It's short, straight to the point, and then you get right back to it. Alright. Well, anyway, welcome back to part 2 is Interaction Isn't Explicit. Let's get started again. Alright, I watched a YouTube video because there's not a lot of walkthroughs on this game, oddly. And this is how you get through the next level. Ow. Yeah, I would have never guessed that's what the boxes were because the game was kind of vague about it. Until I figured it out, so here we go. Seriously, Fridge 79 needs to make more music. I'm guaranteeing you on that. Yeah, why not? Oh, that's so cool. Wow. It really is a heads up. Nice. Okay, this is just too fun. I wonder if I can shoot that. No, I figured not. Okay, I guess that's how you get past it. It's also important to note that many different tricks allow context sensitivity to feel more interactive. I feel like the developer is just making stuff up as they go. Oh, grappling hooks in games like Far Cry series are pretty restrictive. I mean, to an extent. Why would you say that? I love that they're acknowledging like games like BioShock Infinite and Far Cry series. Oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna grab it. Yep. Oh, that's awesome. That's so fun. Wow. Huh, they weren't really kidding about the grappling hook being restrictive. So I can't grapple everything? Well, that's kind of lame. Alright, well, I guess I'm moving on. Okay, seriously, this music's fun. The same mechanics... Oh, I gotta read this because I like that they're acknowledging Sekiro. The same mechanic in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice feels more interactive. Of course it is. So I love that, and of course I'm gonna acknowledge it. So, the developer is saying that pretty much the grappling hook is restricted in the Far Cry series, which is not exactly wrong. I think they're there, but they're not really interactive. Yeah, I mean, the same mechanic in Sekiro Shadows Die Twice feel more interactive, but simply because of its higher frequency and a dedicated grapple button that you can hit anytime. The developer of this game is completely right. In Sekiro, you can literally grapple everything instantly. instantly and in an unlimited way. Because when you use the grappling hook, I mean, you can use it, and it's fun to use in Far Cry series. Don't get me wrong, but when you use like a grappling hook or just like a rope or something that's very grapple shot or just like anything with a grapple button, it just does feel restrictive in Far Cry. Not all the time, but it does. It feels limited and kind of like Ubisoft didn't have the budget to make a very. I mean, they did, but yeah, compared to From Software knows its gamers, and they want us to have as much fun grappling everything because that's their specialty: open world and vastness of open areas. Man, the developers really did their homework on other games of interactivity and stuff. Hey, I'm not slouching them. I actually am enjoying this. I know what my one nitpick is. I'm trying to find some other nitpicks that maybe somebody won't really enjoy as much too, but there's only one nitpick I'm finding. Everything else has been done pretty well. Well, I think something should hit me. Okay, so wait, couldn't I just grapple? Well, I know what I enjoyed. The artistic design is actually really well done in this one, in a kind of ironic kind of sense. The music's fantastic. The presentation I have enjoyed. I like the callbacks to, like, they are trying to teach us gamers. They're trying to teach us gamers something about pretty much their tone, their narrative concept. They're trying to teach us a lot about their narrative concept in their kind of single story, I guess single player narrative, story driven. I like that they're discussing the concept while also referencing. It's like a PowerPoint presentation that you've done in school, but in video game format. And I'm not knocking them at all. I think that's a very good idea. It's like, as they're thinking about their developing, they're acknowledging what's coming to pass, and then just making their own concept or their own presentation. Does that make sense? In other words, they're making their own presentation, and they're just doing it along the way, and they're just kind of like going with the flow. They're developing the game as they're presenting their material. I kind of will be curious of what they'll do with the actual fleshed out IP or something. It might sound like I'm mostly giving praise to this game. Well, yeah, it's very unique, fresh, and I like what they're doing. It would have been curious if they would put a price tag, but it's free. Made because the game is short. Because I think I looked at the trophies, there's not a lot of... Does it have a lot of replayability? We shall see, but I don't know. I'm trying to... get up there. Okay, come on, you gave me a grapple. That I can't even use. Which is kind of interesting. Alright, let me see where I can at least climb up and all that. Curious. So the developers won't let us... Let me see if I can climb up here. Well, yeah, I guess I can. Huh, I thought I was gonna fall over. Well, anyway. Alright. Yeah, that works. What do I think about the gameplay? I don't think it's the best. I think its artistic design makes up for it. I think its concept about making references to the games that they are intentionally doing absolutely works, and they should keep doing that. But in terms of the gameplay, I think it's functional, but it's not the best. And I think the developers know it. I think they're just trying to... Yeah, I think the developers are just trying to make a point with the narrative. I don't think this will be, like, a game that will be acknowledged in 2024 as, like, oh my gosh, this game was so freaking awesome. No, absolutely not. I think there will be other games that will be more rewarding. I mean, come on. This game will be competing against Taken 8, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Yakuza series, or Yakuza Infinite Wealth. I think it has a... Ah, dang it. Alright, fine. What other games are coming in 2024? I mean, if Grand Theft Auto 5 came out this year, it would be kind of Game of the Year, I guarantee it. Did Grand Theft Auto actually win any Game of the Year in any of the years? I have no idea. Ah! Dick. Dick. That's what you get. That is exactly what you get. I mean, yeah, when it's the grappling hook or the platforming, yeah, it's amazing. But when it's the gameplay as a whole, I'm not too impressed. And the technical bugs is absolutely noticeable. You cannot ignore the bugs. It's not like it's like pretty much a game-breaking glitch, but it is noticeable. I will admit. Ow! That's what you get. Okay, Ah! Yeah, you killed me last time, but I'm ready now. What the? Alright. Up and away, they say. Alright, we gotta be getting close to the end of this chapter. Seriously, this just feels like some behind the scenes, like they were just trying to develop, but they were like, you know what? We're so focused on the story, the gameplay will just come to second. Gameplay will come second, story is first. And it's the forefront. Yeah, that kind of sums it up. Fully interactive systems are inherently... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me read this. Fully interactive systems aren't inherently better than explicit ones, though. It's all about how we use them. I mean, yeah, that's a fair point. Here we go. After all, even Tuesday morning... Wait, Tuesday morning uses explicit systems, so the study isn't attacked on... So this study isn't attacked on them. I never heard of that. I never heard of that game. I'm looking it up. I'm curious. There's a game called Tuesday Morning? Okay. Well, let's take a look. I like that basically, this is not attack on them. Maybe because they don't want to be sued or anything. Alright. Yeah, there really is a game called Tuesday Morning. And there was a demo. Really? Okay, I'm curious about it. Was it just a demo, or was it actually a game? Hold on. Let me just look it up. Even, I like... Oh, it was just announced. And it hasn't even been... It's not even there. Okay, I'm gonna read about this Tuesday morning. Let's see what this is all about. Tales speak of a realm where intense emotions and memories have a physical manifestation on the land. Amid war and disease, you play as Sam in a quest to bring your dog Agro back home. What? Tuesday Morning is a single-player, third-person action-adventure that demands fast reflexes, dedication, and engagement for the player to unlock the many layers of its combat story, exploration, and themes. Why have I never heard of this game? I mean, well, it's just been announced. I'm gonna have to watch a trailer. There was a demo. Apparently there's a demo. Okay, why did it pretty much sparks controversial response? What's that about? Okay. Should I play the demo? Oh, well. I'm not that curious. I probably would just watch a trailer and see what it's all about. I don't really know what Tuesday Morning is. I read a little bit about it, but... And that was from the PlayStation Store. I honestly don't know what that is. Okay, shoot it. And shoot this. Shoot here. Obviously. I didn't even know the box were kind of like... Oh, the music! So we're on definitely chapter 3. Interaction as a spectrum. That's what the last chapter was called. Alright, what's it say? Oh! On chapter 3 now. Oh! Hey! Explicit systems can be easier to design and implement than fully interactive ones, since they are often restrictive. Good point. So developers don't have to account for every situation the player may be in, or how they will affect the system. Good point. What's this? I might download this on Spotify. I actually... Oh. Yeah, that soundtrack is fire. Oh, right. Let's go. Oh, you shot me. Let's get it. Ah. Ah! Oh, he got me by an inch. Alright, you guys have pissed me off. Let's go. Feeling, can't know what I'm feeling. Kind of a catchy song. It might not be to everyone's taste, but I don't know. I think it fit this chapter pretty well. How long has it been? 18 minutes. I'll try to do 30, but if I'm having too much fun, I'm gonna... Guys, don't blame me if I go to 50 minutes. Don't blame me. I'm just having fun with the game. I like the concept it's doing. Again, I'm not really a fan of the gameplay after pretty much my... We already did 55 minutes, and it's been now additional almost 20 minutes. I'm not impressed with the gameplay as much, but I do like the narrative. Okay, grapple here. Wait, it was triangle last time. Wait, can I grapple anywhere now? No, okay, so it is restricted. On purpose. That's interesting. That's kind of where the gameplay comes into play. Alright, whatever. Yep, I think that's where my kind of nitpick is going to come into play. They're also pretty intuitive, which can't be helpful to people who aren't used to the language of video games. That's fair. The crafting system in games like The Last of Us, is a good example. It's effective while also being simple and consistent. Damn it, developer, you know your games. Oh, hoverboard. Oh, okay, requires a plate and a propellant. Darn it! Yep, you clearly are acknowledging. That's Last of Us! Aw, you. Alright. Shake the dulcets to use the hoverboard. Alright. Looks like I'm sliding. You did this on purpose, developer. You knew we played. If you're a gamer, of course you'll know all the references. Except for Tuesday morning. I think that's something you're gonna have to look up. Furthermore, we can use them to support other aspects of the game. The great majority of the systems in Persona 5 are explicit. Even Persona 5 gets acknowledgement. Interesting. The result was great though, because those systems support the magnificent aesthetics, characters, and progression system. Yeah, they're clearly a fan of Persona, and I do not blame them. So, if we have a visually interesting production, we can support it using context and, well, sensitivity. Well, they're not wrong. Wait, what? Whoa! I was not expecting that. A mirror world? And infinite ammo? What the? I was not expecting that kind of like mirror world. Or kind of upside down logic. Haha. Wow. This game took a turn. Hey, wait. Who's that over there? Huh. Wait. Okay, so tell me to go over there. So I can flip it upside down and then take them out. Chapter 4! Pros of having explicit systems. Man, we are just getting through this game. I think this game could probably be completed overnight. Okay. And there we go. I didn't think we'd be on chapter 4 that much. So this game is just pretty much an interactive art piece that's really trying to be clever in itself. Alright. Okay, clearly you can beat this game within the same day. There's just... Oh, you can definitely beat this game in the same day. But I kinda want to take my time with this because it's free. Yeah, okay. Explicit systems can cause an emotional disconnect between the character and the player. Like any Ubisoft game, or are we talking about EA? No, I'm sorry. Anyway. Since they sit between the two, it's harder to connect to the events the character is going through. Yeah, I mean, in modern gaming at this point, some developers cause an emotional disconnection because if you do like a third person, you have to make the character so compelling, like the Persona characters, you understand their strife, their plight, and actually connect with them. But if you make pretty much an EA game and there is no emotional attachment, the characters are all unlikable, no great voice acting, or basically Mass Effect Andromeda, where basically all the characters are kind of like wooden dolls, then yeah, no one's gonna give a crap. Alright. Wait, what's that say? Press F to pay respect, Call of Duty. Yep, and I know what Call of Duty you're talking about. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Oh, you did that. You're just a Call of Duty, and I love it. Yep, you're just a Call of Duty, and I love it. Oh, that's so wrong. Call of Duty must have... The developer... would probably be pissed at seeing this if they actually played this game. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty accurate. They also tend to be restricted, which can be frustrating, but even get, it can even get worse since they present themselves. Yeah, I mean, due to the constant constraints, it can look like the game doesn't trust the player. That's Call of Duty in a nutshell. Anyway, jumping and climbing are now explicit. Oh, we can't climb because they're trying to make a point. So I can't jump or climb. I see the point you're trying to make. Because if the developers restricted our movements or just didn't give us player freedom. Okay, that's clever. I get what the developers are. They're trying to teach us a lesson. And just kind of like, hey, the developers need to be open-minded. They absolutely need to give gamers player freedom just so they can make their games fun, like Sekiro or From Software. From Software is kind of like one of the developers that knows their gamers. They know we want creative freedom or player movement because there's a reason why From Software has a huge player fan base because they know their gamers. They know that people can be not masochists, but people absolutely like that it's challenging. Unlike other games where they handhold you and like pretty much feed you tutorials. From Software does it at the very first few minutes, but then they take the training wheels off and then kick your teeth in. It's not basically they just like have the balls to just take a hard difficulty level. It's not that. It's not just that. It's the fact that they take their love and care that goes in their projects, from the environments to basically iconic characters with actually really great voice acting, with excellent music, excellent boss fights. There is a sense of love and care, and they trust the players that they can make their own decisions and their own screw-ups by giving them as much freedom as they can. Call of Duty gives you scripted moments all the time. I'm not dissing Call of Duty. I think they had that mojo from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. You could count the World War II Call of Duties, but I felt like they had their mojo sapped, or they just lost that mojo by the time they got to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Why I say that? I think they still had it, but I could tell that they were trying to be too samey like the previous games. I felt like Black Ops 2, they took an experimental approach, and I actually like Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Wait, Black Ops 3. No, I'm sorry. Black Ops 2. And absolutely Black Ops 1. But you could tell that they keep making the same game and not trusting the players to do some weird new stuff. They really do. Anyway. Oh. Okay. Oh, I love that they acknowledge God of War. I'm going to read this one. The most recent God of War games, absolutely, constantly tell the player where to go and use context sensitivity to ensure they're going in the right direction. Yeah, okay, that's fair. But that's not a knock against the God of War games. The God of War games series are pretty freaking great. They evolve at least. Alright, moving on. Either because they assume the player isn't smart enough, or yeah, let me read that again. Either because they assume the player isn't smart enough or not paying attention. Which that's partly true. I didn't play the first two God of Wars. I played them, but I haven't beaten them, like just a few minutes. But yeah, even I gotta admit, for me playing the God of War series, not all of them, but enough of them, and even God of War, of course, you guys seen my playlist if you've been a subscriber, or like a new returning subscriber or viewer, you guys do notice that basically God of War, oh man, I gotta get used to the hoverboard when you shake the controller, so I gotta move it slowly so I don't activate the hoverboard. But yeah, even with God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, you could tell there's an objective mode to pretty much go from point A to point B, and I don't know why they wouldn't let us go off the beaten path, because Elder Scrolls Bethesda, they very much know that. They let us go our own way. I mean, Dishonored, even if that was a shorter game out of the Bethesda games, they'd let us go our own path, whatever we wanted to. And the developers should know that. I don't think the God of War developers think we're dumb. I can't speak for that, but they do give us objective markers all the time, and there's a lot of linear games that do that too. Because this guy's not, or this developer, or maybe it's a team, they're not wrong. They really do think that we really don't know where to go. It's pretty obvious that it's going to be a linear game, and we know where to go, or we like to go off the main beaten path. And if you see my God of War 2018 walkthrough, you guys could tell I went off the beaten path so much. Not because I wasn't bored of the main story. No, I love the main story, absolutely. But I wanted to see everything going on. I definitely wanted to see everything in the game, and I did when I got that platinum. Anyway, didn't mean to go into a tangent, but yeah, this developer is speaking kind of truth. It's not 100%. It's basically, it is their opinion. It is very much their opinion, but it's kind of valid opinions when you think about it. Huh? You can only... Alright. Wait, what's that say? And are they being ironic? You can only climb here. Yeah, they're proving the point because God of War does that. Uncharted series is not guilty of it. Well, not guilty. No, Uncharted is definitely guilty of this too. They have objective markers, painted. They have painted walls. I get the point they're trying to make. Yeah, and developers do this all the time. Yep, because God of War has a triangle, because they think we're not smart enough to do... Yeah, they do this all the time. They did it a lot in 2018. No, that's not a knock on that game. I still give God of War 2018 a 10 out of 10, but I will admit, we did see the button triangle whenever we're trying to climb. They didn't not give us freedom to climb everywhere. I didn't notice that. Okay. Well, that's a fair point. Furthermore, explicit systems heavily rely on other aspects of the game. True. Therefore, if some aspects aren't well crafted, it can render the entire system useless. Are we talking about EA still, or are we just talking about God of War, or just talking about limited creativity? Okay. Side quest. Main quest. Okay. Ah, okay. Oh, okay. I guess I'm gonna do that. Red Dead Redemption 2. Man, this game. Red Dead Redemption 2 can afford to have the player perform simple tasks by using explicit systems. Absolutely, because it's a freaking big world. So, yeah. Okay. Final Fantasy 16. Oh, well, I mean, the game came out this year, 2024. Okay, so this is a diss against, man, even the new games. That's one of the benefits of this game, because it came out 2024, so of course it could talk about all the games that came before that. It's fair game. It's very fair game. Anyway, Final Fantasy 16, on the other hand, can't. Its themes, world, production, and writing aren't well crafted enough to sustain such basic systems. Okay, so the gamers, I feel like the majority of and I feel like a minority. I'm not, you know what? Let's try. I think the majority of gamers are not going to play this game. I think it's going to be a small percentage. And it's not because this is like a horrible game or a bad game. No, I don't think it is. I am actually enjoying it. It's the fact that if the majority are fans of Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War series, absolutely. People love God of War series. That's a fact. Or if you're a fan of Final Fantasy 16, I don't think you're gonna like this guy just pretty much talking about how limited or how restrictive your games are, because that's kind of considered a negative. But I get the point he's trying to say. He's basically saying, game developers, stop restricting movies. Start trusting your players. Give them player freedom. Not only just give them player freedom, let the gamers be in charge of the game. Pretty much do so much stuff in the game that it just makes the developer like, I would have never thought of that. I was not expecting that. I imagine people did not like Final Fantasy 16. I'm not going to diss it because I haven't played it myself. I just played the demo and I enjoyed the crap out of it. I want to play it when I get a chance. I don't have it in my collection, but wait, you best believe if it does come to PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium, I'm on it. I'm so on it. Well, anyway. But I get their point. Anyway. The result is a substandard experience that constantly interrupts interrupts the player to present a story and character that sound a bit goofy. Well, it's Final Fantasy. It's not going to be exactly... Well, okay, I'm not saying that the developer has to play like Final Fantasy 1 or pretty much enough Final Fantasy, but he's not wrong because I played a lot of Final Fantasy. I pretty much played Final Fantasy 7 and all the way to 15. I beat well, a few of the Final Fantasies, but yeah, I get it if he wants a story that's interactive and not just pretty much being interrupted by cutscenes nonstop. But that's Final Fantasy in a nutshell. There's nothing they can do about it. They dug themselves in a hole because they can't do anything with the Final Fantasy series. They have to present cutscenes and characters all the time because they've been doing it since, gosh, maybe Final Fantasy 7 or 8? No, maybe since 6. I have no idea. They've been doing it a lot of time now. Okay, I bet you're trying to prove a point. Wait, that's Clive. What? So, like this against Final Fantasy 16 again? Alright. In conclusion, explicit systems can't hold the weight of an entire game by themselves like interactive ones. Are you gonna acknowledge Heavy Rain? I mean, that's considered anything from basically... Oh gosh, I forgot their name. Oh my gosh, that's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Quantic Dream, my gosh. I wonder if they're gonna acknowledge Quantic Dream's games. I'm curious. I only disagree with him on just one thing. I think this is the only thing. And the developers, they gotta deal with me having my own personal opinion. I think, yes, games like God of War series and Final Fantasy 16, they can be restrictive because that's the developers have a certain flow, ebb and flow that they have to do because they have such a large fan base. Unlike From Software, God of War has to keep up, or they have to be narrative driven and just be restrictive in terms of their, like, it can't be like From Software. God of War absolutely can't be like From Software. They can be open world. They can absolutely do it. But they still gotta focus on the story because people are there for the story. That is their bread and butter. Same as Final Fantasy 16. They have to do the cutscene story because that has been their bread and butter, and that's what keeps people coming back if you like those. But the only thing I disagree with, explicit systems can be fun when it's games like God of War series or Final Fantasy 16. Some people really do click with linear, straightforward stories like that. Some people just want the stories and characters forefront. Some people, and that's what I like about video games in general, or just the video game community. We're not all the same people. We have different personal biases, tastes, and opinions. So, yeah, I get... Yeah, this is interactive in a sense, but not all interactive games are the best. There are specific interactive games, oh yeah, that clicks, like Red Dead Redemption 2, those are examples, or Sekiro. But it just depends on the type of game. And think that's kind of one thing I disagree. I think you can have as much fun with the explicit system games as much as the interactive one, but I get their point. And I like that kind of debate. That's what... Wow, okay, the opening makes a whole lot of sense now. Alright, well, let's keep going. We gotta be on the 5th chapter now. Oh, they're playing this song again. Alright. Guess I'll play the hoverboard. Chapter 5. Cons of having explicit systems. Well, that was Chapter 4. What's this title called? I didn't see the title, but I'm sure the trophy will let me know. Ah, okay. Alright, since interactivity sits at the core of the medium, it's important to point out the potential it holds. Okay. Fully interactive systems don't have the same issue explicit ones can have and are simply more engaging. Okay, why is that? It's one of the reasons why the industry has such a focus on, or huge focus on, comeback. Oh! I'm stuck! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah! Alright. Think I almost got it. Ah! Alright, that's done. Alright, interactive systems also allow for more, well, allows for more powerful connection with the context surrounding them. Alright, what example are you going to reference then? Ah! They're clearly clearly a Persona. They're clearly Persona fans, and they're clearly From Software fans, and they're clearly, I guess, Red Dead Redemption 2 fans. Alright, well anyway, when Dark Souls plays around with its bonfires, it affects the players directly because it happens through interactive systems. point. By interpreting the character as an extension of the player, we can create situations that affect both of them. Oh my gosh! Okay. I guess so. Intriguing. Ah, okay, I get it. Huh. So this is it. Is this a boss fight that's reminiscent of Dark Souls? How much time we got? 46 minutes. Let's keep going. Oh, this is such a boss fight. Woo! What the heck? Okay. Look for weak spots. Okay, Trying. Huh. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can... Trying. How are we supposed to do this? Maybe if we shoot this? How are we supposed to do this? Maybe it's his back? Wait, there was something on the shoe. I saw something right above his shoes. No, it was right there. Hold on. Well, I thought it was. Alright, 3 shots are... Huh. Okay, maybe that's, the hand. 1, 2, 3. Well, I thought that would do something. Alright, I think I'll stop it here, guys. We're almost done, too, so... Will I come back to this one? Yeah, because it's a very short game. Like I said, it's a PowerPoint presentation, but an interactive... Haha, yeah, I get it. An interactive PowerPoint presentation. I like it, but I know what my 2 nitpicks are for it. And the developers clearly did this on purpose, but... Yeah. But the positive outweighs the negative very much so yeah, there will be more interaction isn't explicit. Man, such play on words and very clever title, what you think about it. So guys, of course you can leave that like, comment, or subscribe. What was your opinion on interaction is explicit? I know you guys are not gonna like it. I can tell. I know my audience. Give them what they want. And we're not gonna end the kind of streaming here. I think we're gonna finally do what I meant to do. So I guess stay tuned for more interaction. Is it explicit? It'll be pretty easy to beat. I'll probably YouTube how to beat this boss. It's pretty probably easy. Well, anyway, let's move on to the next video.